Good evening, traders. Today is Thursday, December 15th, 5:46 p.m. Central Time. Markets have been closed now. Did you guys think we were going to crash today? I know in the 8-hour marathon live stream I did today, that possibility was most definitely there, but we didn't, did we? Why is that? Okay. It looked ugly. Dow was down over 700 points. I mean, NASDAQ was down over 3%. I think S&P was following close behind at over 2%. But we didn't crash. We didn't flush. Any thoughts on why that is? Well, let's jump right on into the charts. But first, let me show you a macro picture of something. On the left-hand side is a 4-hour chart of 4-hour of the S&P futures. I want you to look down here on the MACD, 4-hour MACD. This is the June low, all the way out to the left. This is today all the way to the right. From the June low all the way until October, MACD has been going down, down, low. Look at the lower lows. Lower, down, 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 until it bottomed. You know, right? Actually, this is technically the bottom, but I'm drawing it right at the arrow's point. But this is technically the bottom. But since September 16th-ish, it's been going up, up, up through today. Of course, this line could always extend down below the blue line, right? It could. But that's not where it is. We're not in crash territory yet. Okay? Now, so I want you to keep this in perspective. How the MACD, a long time ago, it's been over a month, when I did the projection on the true stock market bottom, when I explained in that video, where the video is titled Nowhere Near Bottom, and I said, the MACD always bottoms before the market does. In this case, it is true yet again. The MACD is bottomed right here, right? We bottomed, so September 16th-ish, we bottomed. On the MACD, we didn't bottom until October 13th. Okay? So, what I'm saying is this currently a pattern that looks like we are going to crash lower as it stands today? If this 4-hour MACD line, as it stands today, this is as of market close today, goes below the blue line, that's bearish then. That is bearish. Then you are breaking the trend that has held since September. Okay? That's all I wanted to show you on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, let's check this out. This is the 4-hour again, but it's zoomed in, right? Zoomed in through today, right here. That is today. That's how we traded today. We are now under the weekly SMA 20, right? See that right there? Came down under it, found some support here at the blue line. This just, I drew this blue line out. It extends all the way to like Halloween-ish, okay? Halloween-ish, where it found that support. I'll mention Apple, by the way, is now, today, is in the same predicament. It is at its October low for the year. Apple. Okay? So, that's another big reason why I don't think today's the day, out of all the days, it was going to crash. Not today. It's just not, it wouldn't be appropriate to crash it on a day like today. Especially for Apple, which we can all agree, Apple, if Apple goes down, so goes the market, right? Because they are the biggest, when you look at the heat maps, they are the biggest market capitalization in like all the ETFs, and so therefore all the mutual funds and whatnot. Okay, so back to this. For us to still have a chance, we really need to consolidate underneath of the weekly SMA line here, and then retake it. Okay, retake it. I showed a lot of examples during the live stream. I don't have one immediately offhand, but I showed a lot during the live stream. 6 times, as a matter of fact. Like Apple. I showed Apple, where it consolidated under the line and then retook it again. Okay, so 4 hour again. Look where the 4 hour is relative to its, well, you could say this, or you could say this as the ultimate starting point. It's currently nowhere near that, guys. So you need to be bearish when you're under the negative 35 line right down here. This is for the 4 hour. This negative 20 is for the 1 hour. So this is the 4 hour MACD. It's not even to the negative 20 line on the 1 hour. That's dedicated for the 1 hour, designated, not dedicated. Designated for the 1 hour MACD. So that's why I say, if you look at this data, this blue line, and if you look at the existing negative 20, which you guys, my existing viewers, you know, I've drawn this negative 20, negative 35 line. Last week, yeah, it was last week. Last week, it went under the line, and I did a video that night. I said, you've got no choice. You better not keep going down. You must curl up. You must curl up. Full stop, or this is over. And it did. Curled up, made a higher low notch, and blasted. You're not quite at DEFCON 9 level like last week, but the 4 hour needs to curl, stop, curl up, and go back up, making it a higher low here. Then I'm going to count it from here, because this is a notch. This is a notch. I'm counting this whole uptrend as one big leg. So where does the leg start? Down here. Now it doesn't start this. It didn't start at the notch. It starts down here. So I compare this to that. Okay. Let's skip over to the 1 hour. So here's the 4 hour. Now you got that visual. Here's the 4 hour, stopping right there, not quite to the negative 20 line. Okay. This is the 4 hour. Skip over to the 1 hour. Okay. Here's the 1 hour chart on the left. Here's where the 1 hour is. And as of right now, as of when I took the screenshot, it is starting to curl back up now. You know, so yeah, this is last week on 12.6-ish. So yeah, it got to the negative 20 line and curled back up. Today, it got down below the negative 20 line, but now it's curling back up. You start getting to the negative 35, watch out. Look out below. Okay, look out below, guys. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Look out below. If this, instead of curling up, starts to curl back down, oh no. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say on the 1 hour. Okay, this is the 5 minute. Oh, I didn't circle it, but here it is. Yeah, this is the 5 minute chart. This is 12.6. I want to call your attention to something. See that? Higher, low to get back to the 0 line. On 12.6, this was the last day of that horrific fall from like 12.4 down to 12.6. 12.4, 12.3, down to 12.6. Right? Higher, low, creates this notch right here. Coasts above the 0 line, and it allows it to take off. Okay, let's fast forward to this week. This was CPI. CPI. This is FOMC. Right? CPI low. Right? Went spiked straight up, came straight down. FOMC's good spike, came back down at the exact same level. At the exact same level, right? Yesterday. So no, last night. I'm sorry, last night. Came down. This is last night. Last night. Last night it comes up for a while, but futures eventually gives way and falls down, comes back up in the morning. Markets go down, but we made a higher low. Just like we made a higher low here and here after the massive 12.6 fall. And now, as of when I took the screenshot in futures tonight, see that? 5 minutes, MACD is back at the zero line. Just like right here. We'll just say this pattern right here, up, and right here is equivalent to this pattern right here, up, down, up, right? Fair comparison. What I'm saying is there are similarities here. This up, down, higher, low, up, up, down, higher, low, up. Found a bottom the next day. See what I'm saying? This is the 5 minutes chart. You know, when this came down, this came up, and this came down right here. That made a higher low. Came up, found the zero line, coasted, and then blasted. That's all I'm saying. These patterns are repeating themselves. On the 5 minute chart, on the 1 minute chart, it's starting to curl up. Is it really going to crash? It will if on the 1 hour chart starts to curl down. It will if on the 1 hour chart it starts to curl down. But as these negative 35 and negative 20 lines that I've been drawing out, I've drawn this out for over 2 weeks now, or whenever I did. These lines are being respected, right? And you don't, if you are able to recross the line, you're not out of it. Okay? So it just seems like, wow, man, that's pretty brutal. We lost the weekly support. But as I showed on the live stream, many times, Apple lost support, came back up, consolidated under it, and retook it. And now you're back. See what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this just to sound overly optimistic, but what I'm saying is having what I've shown you here today. Does the data that you're looking at today point to an imminent crash? I would say it doesn't point to an imminent crash. It points to the market trying to bottom. Okay? Now, let me show you something else. Let me go back to the previous slide. Yes. I'm going to say something that's food for thought. Okay. Let me go to the zoom in. Now we're just going to go to the price action. Big leg up, big leg down, right? Up, down, up, down. Still a higher low. See that? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'm counting this as one big leg because the MACD counts it as one big leg. See that? See that? So, just food for thought, guys. Food for thought. Now, having said that, as you just saw in the 1 hour chart, like I just said, you start curling down, now you start getting into that negative 35 zone. Oh yeah, that's it. So from this point, see that? You can actually draw a trend line almost. You can't start going lower because now you're breaking this. Okay? That's all I wanted to point out or emphasize. Now let's just briefly get into the intraday. Everybody knows what happened. It was a down day. But what I was real time with our live streamers today. Oh God, look at that pointer's all slow and stuff. That's fantastic. Look at that slow. Okay, anyways, see those two blue arrows right there? As the patterns were forming real time, I said, don't on the green arrows up. I was not the green arrows, the green candles up. I said, no, don't. You have to wait for the red candle back test, right? So we got a good exercise real time today, good learning opportunity, and come to find out, it did not successfully back test all day. It made 2 attempts, 1 and 2, right? See that? But failed the back test both times. So I'm glad that our live stream listeners, viewers, not listeners, this isn't a podcast, viewers were able to see that. So I think they got something out of it because I was quizzed during the live stream. They're like, well, what's your trade position today? So my answer was, do not get either call or puts. Do not get either. Neither trade is profitable today. Okay? I made that clear. Neither trade is profitable today. You would have been in a losing position in both trades, right? So that was the moral of the story. Because, as I was saying, also I had confidence like, we're not going to crash today because you don't crash when the MACD is going up all day. See that? Had a nice discussion with another subscriber on the live stream. We had opposing views. His view was we're going to crash, we're going to flush, and my view was no, we're not. We're going to bottom. We're going to try to bottom because the MACD was making that is higher than that, is higher than that, is higher than that, is higher than that. You cannot crash when that happens. You will not crash when that happens. You will only crash when the MACD turns down and starts making new lows. Now you're in trouble. Okay? That's the moral of that story. So, and also, to answer the other live streamer's question, what is your trading position? I said, neither calls nor puts will be a winning trade. And that's true because we traded sideways, right? You would have lost money because the theta, the time decay, would have decayed into your, because we're trading sideways. Now you're wasting time, especially if you have short dated options. Secondly, I said, we are at a critical support level, right? As you saw earlier at the weekly SMA, we were trading just below it. And we were finding support at other levels immediately below it, right? You saw that earlier. You never short in the hole. In other words, you never short at support. Your time to support short was yesterday during FOMC, not today. See what I mean? You never anticipate a direction. You only wait for confirmation. And so that led into this late afternoon's discussion that our live viewers had an opportunity to learn from. This is confirmation. Well, it's actually a lack of confirmation when I said it must successfully backtest. So our live stream viewers got a chance to thankfully see that. They're like, oh, okay, I see it now. Because I told them, I said, what if you'd have got in right here? You think, oh, or even right here. You're like, oh, it's going up, it's going up. You would have lost money because it came back down. See what I mean? You would have got trapped. You would have gotten trapped. Had you gotten on the flip side in the morning, you saw this fall down. Oh, look, I'm going to get puts right here. You're trapped. Because where did we close? At the same level where you got the put. So you trapped yourself. Puts and calls, you got trapped. Today. Yesterday's a different story, right? But I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about today. So you would have gotten trapped. We didn't crash. We didn't rally. We got no confirmation of a trend change. So today, nothing. The best trade today was no trade at all, right? So that was my answer. So I want you guys to hear that too, in case you weren't available to listen to watch the live stream. Okay, so. And that's basically what I've got for you guys today. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter to get real-time tweets. Today I didn't tweet because I was busy on the live stream for 8 hours, but generally I do tweet, okay? Generally I do tweet. So, yep, please give it a like, share, subscribe, or click to be notified. And with that, I'm Agent 000 signing off.